My name is Sabrina. This is my speech number 3 for COM 101. There are American women out there who need assistance from their country, and yet their country is turning a blind eye to them and allowing them to suffer. Roe v. Wade was overturned in 2022. Roe v. Wade was an act from 1973 that gave American women access to legal and safe abortions. The overturning of Roe v. Wade has come with many challenges for American women who are pregnant or are trying to be pregnant. The overturning of this pivotal case has caused not only medical issues, but emotional issues for American women. Today, there are states that have already banned abortions, and there are other states trying to ban abortions. American women should have the right to choose what, if any, healthcare options they receive, especially when it comes to abortions. I am an American woman myself, therefore I know how it feels to not have much of a choice when it comes to my health care. I've also done my research on news sites such as ABC News and US News. First, I will convince you of the medical and emotional issues that the overturning of Roe v. Wade has caused many American women. Then I will urge you to take a stand and help out these American women. To start, let's look at the medical and emotional impacts the overturning of this case has caused American women. Losing the right to safe and legal abortions has caused American women medical and emotional issues that have impacted them. According to CNN, a Texas couple, Amanda and Josh, after years of trying to conceive, finally conceived, and after 4 months, her water broke. The doctors had told her the baby would not survive at all. Even though her baby would not survive, the doctors were unable to terminate the pregnancy due to the new Texas laws of banned abortions. Amanda became extremely sick from her water breaking extremely early, and this in fact turned into sepsis. Once she finally became septic, that is when her doctors finally told her they can give her an abortion. Amanda almost died when a simple abortion at the first sight of her baby not surviving would have prevented all of this heartbreak. According to a study from Laborers Health and Safety Fund of North America, women who are denied abortions are more likely to suffer from emotional issues such as anxiety and depression. Women denied abortions are also more likely to face financial hardships, which can then in fact affect their mental health. An excerpt from Danny Rios' story from NPR states she was in Texas when she found out she was pregnant. 4 months later, there was no fetal heartbeat detected. She did not want to experience labor with a dead child, so she asked to be put to sleep and to be cut open. Her doctors refused the C-section, induced her, and forced her to deliver her dead baby. Danny states this was extremely cruel, and she endured in the most traumatic way the loss of her baby and her motherhood. Danny was forced to deliver her dead child, all because of abortion bans in Texas. So imagine a woman you love, either friend or family member, becomes pregnant and finds out the baby in her uterus is not surviving. Would you want her to suffer and become inches away from death before they would terminate the pregnancy? Or would you find it okay in your heart for that woman to go through that struggle and pain of delivering her child that has died in her uterus? From this perspective, I think it is easy to think the American government is putting American women through something cruel and horrific. And I know there are some people in America that think that this has no impact on you, but I can in fact tell you, this can happen to any woman. This can happen to a female partner, to a best friend, or if you're a woman, even you. You wouldn't know until it was too late. Even though the situation that the American government is putting these women through is scary and horrific, there is a simple way that the country as a whole can come together and make the situation better, if not make the problem go away entirely. The best way you can stop these abortion bans is making sure to do your part and vote. Before voting though, there's one final thing to keep in mind. Make sure you do your research. Research who is running and what they stand for. Making sure to do your research prior to voting will ensure that the best candidate that suits what you want is elected. Making sure to research and vote in the local and national elections will help ensure this country is bettering itself. Giving access to safe and legal abortions will help mitigate the medical and mental issues that this country has faced. America needs to take care of its women, not just its men. And with you doing your part, it will get us one step closer to making this a reality. Doing your part is easy once you know exactly what you want this country to look like in the future. All it takes is a bit of research and going to your local polling location and voting. Now, some may argue that the increase in abortions may be because of women who do not want children. And I can tell you, yes, abortions may be increased in women that don't want children. But it can also increase the survival mentally and physically of the women in this country who are pregnant and trying to have children. Also, if you force a woman that doesn't want children to give birth, all it will end up doing is clogging up the foster care system, either because she gives up the child or because the child is not in a good environment. Now, giving the women the right to choose what is best for their health care is what is best for all Americans. The problem of these bans of abortions is cruel and horrible, and there are some ways that we can help to fix it. Imagining the lifting of abortion bans, I can see a better life for all of my fellow Americans. Imagine women having the right to choose abortion and not forced to carry any unwanted pregnancy or any dead babies. Women would be happier and healthier. Now imagine finding out a woman that you love is pregnant. She came close to death when a simple abortion would have prevented that. The American government is putting American women's lives on the line because they want to be able to control the women and what they do with their body. Now, which world would you like to live in? I think the morally correct answer is crystal clear. The lives of American women are in the government's hands. In conclusion, we don't need to live in a world that holds women back from making their own choices. American women are losing their right to choice left and right, and we can do our part and stop that. It is time to take a stand and use our voice and vote in the elections. Now is the time to protect American women. Thank you.